Have you ever struggled with stress incontinence or urge incontinence? Or you might be altogether confused. Oh, I had no idea there are actually different types of incontinences. So I would like to take this opportunity to explain what the nuances are, why it is important to know where you might be on that spectrum of stress versus urge, and how does that affecting and creating a good quality rehabilitation protocol. So stress incontinence is very, very common, especially after women carry a baby and they have a newborn. A couple of weeks, a couple of months later, it's not uncommon woman going through the postpartum that she actually develops stress incontinence. Having said that, there are also other causes that come in place. So stress incontinence, in a very simple language, happens when woman coughs or maybe has that sneeze and out of nowhere, whoa, my panties are wet. So that's sort of that stress or the pressure that comes from within the body. Now we also have stress incontinence that happens as a result of impact from the outside. Maybe when we go for a jog or we do step aerobics, or maybe when there is that bad fall on your hip or on the tailbone. It's often and very common occurrence that there is some leakage from the bladder. So this is all under the umbrella of stress incontinence. The urge incontinence is very, very different. And the good example of that might be that we're sitting with our girlfriends, having a lunch, having a laugh, great time, you feel wonderful, and then out of nowhere, you have to go to bathroom. You have to go to bathroom right there, and you're gonna remove any obstacle to entry to just like, I have to be in bathroom in the next 5 to 8 seconds. So that's urge incontinence. And the reason why it's important to know where we stand, or of course in that continuum, stress incontinence and urge incontinence, there can be a lot of different variations, and it's not uncommon, and I have met clients and students who actually have both type of incontinences depending on the level of stresses or the type of trainings they are involved in. It's very important to know where we stand, because stress incontinence, in a simple language, is usually connected to weakness in the pelvic floor, where urge incontinence is connected to too much stress, too much tension in the pelvic floor. So obviously, right away, just knowing that the exercise protocol or the rehabilitation protocol has to be very different. And that's important because for a long time, there was this idea that no matter what is happening in terms of our pelvic floor health, no matter what kind of a bladder issue we are having, we need to be doing pelvic floor exercises or Kegels. And Kegels are valuable, but Kegels really come in place only with stress incontinence. Because what is a Kegel? Kegel is like a strengthening program for the pelvic floor. So yes, if I have a leaky bladder issue that is due to the stress from the inside or from the outside, then strengthening my pelvic floor is very valuable. But the Kegel work does not come at all in place when it comes to urge incontinence, because urge incontinence often stems from too much tension or very poor mobility in the hip, a lot of improper position of the pelvis. Many times women who have urge incontinence, they have a chronically tucked tailbone position, and then too much tension in their pelvic floor. It's also not uncommon to see that they are chronically holding their abs in, which is, I promise, a topic for another video altogether. So when it comes to urge incontinence, the big focus needs to be on pelvic floor massage, on teaching and introducing relaxation techniques networks and learning in the brain, like how to consciously relax pelvic floor. What's very important are different stretching exercises and mobility routines to ensure that we can start creating environments in the pelvic floor where that chronic tension can subside and we actually have a more relaxation response in the pelvic floor. So stress incontinence, we need strengthening work, and urge incontinence, we need relaxing work. I hope this serves you. If you have enjoyed this episode, do me 2 favors. First, subscribe to my YouTube channel, so anytime I release new video, update or training, you get notification of that delivered straight to your inbox. Second, if you want to accelerate your pelvic floor healing, I would like to give you a free guide on how to heal your pelvic floor 4 times faster. Now, inside of the guide, there are my personal tools, routines, and habits I use every single day to ensure that my pelvic floor is strong and supple. I have 0 pain. I have pain-free menstruations, and my body and my pelvis has enough strength to do any workouts or any trainings I want and I desire to feel fantastic. So all you need to do to get this guide is go on my website, which is dagmarkhan.com. That's DAGMARKHAN.com/4 times faster, and just enter your name and email address, and I'll send this guide to you personally for free. Until I see you next time, be brilliant, be healthy, and roll with passion.